All right. Hello and welcome everybody to yet another presentation of Hard Hats TV. We have a playoff game here at the Gopher Classic in Minnesota. We are at Edina High School's Legion Field. Edina, one of the many, I guess you would call them, boroughs within the Twin Cities. This one about 35 minutes away from the North St. Paul area that we were at, but we are ready to go. This game was scheduled to start about 2.5 hours ago. Or an hour and 45 to go, but we are, thanks to the ground team and the fact that the sky stopped letting in rain, we are ready to go. This is the angle we've got, by the way, for camera. It's put up right against the thing. It's kind of, I'm sorry that there's something in the right, top left, top right, but we are ready to go. The Post 22 Expos making their first ever appearance in the playoffs here at the Gopher Classic. To my knowledge, I believe that's to the knowledge of everybody here, that the Expos have sort of done the impossible here, going undefeated in pool play, going 4-0, and making it out here in their Cinderella run. They're going to meet up against another very young team, the Wolfe Electric Wildcats of Millard West High School in Omaha, Nebraska. This Millard West team, their high school team won state, had a player drafted to the MLB yesterday, had 8 college commits in this class alone, 1 more for the next class, but none of those commits are on this team. It is sort of the back half, the understudies on the varsity squad, and then several of the JV guys moving up right now to play here. So it is a similar standing. Both of these teams should be pretty evenly matched. Millard West went 4-0-1. They had a tie in there. It was 1-1 versus Yankton, a team that the Hard Hats swept, and a team that shouldn't be out of the reach of the Expos. And that was a tie. That was their only tie for Millard West. We don't have any other comparisons because all the other teams they played, the Hard Hats or Expos, never played. But that is the situation. Let me give you lineups real quick. We'll start off with your Post 22 Expos. Leading off for them, the right fielder, Ben Hassett. Left fielder, Kane McLeod, will back him up at the 2. The center fielder, Lars Kiefer, will finish up the outfield in the top 3. And he'll be at 3-hole. The cleanup is first baseman Dexter Steen. Third baseman Hadley Burris will be at the 5-hole. Playing second, batting 6th is Graydon Juvie. The shortstop, Dawson Inhofer, will be at the 7. Designated hitter today, McCoy Rippentrop, batting 8th. And the catcher, Carter Brager, is 9th, with the emerging ace, Burke Eschmeyer, coming up on the mound. So to repeat for the Expos, the first 3 for them: right fielder Ben Hassett, left fielder Kane McLeod, and center fielder Lars Kiefer. The middle 3, first baseman Dexter Steen, third baseman Hadley Burris, and second baseman Graydon Juvie. In the bottom 3, shortstop Dawson Inhofer, designated hitter McCoy Rippentrop, and catcher Carter Brager, with Burke Eschmeyer on the mound. Now, the lineup for the Wolfe Electric Wildcats of Millard West High School in Omaha, Nebraska. Leading off for them is designated hitter Bennett Cloak, followed by the center fielder Jake Blackman. Third baseman Landon Horst will be at the 3-hole. Cleanup is the catcher Jackson Thiel. Then first baseman Caden Struck will be at the 5. Right fielder Chance Roberts bats 6th. Batting 7th is the shortstop Tyson Meyer. Second baseman Max Neiman will be 8th. And finally at the 9-hole is the left fielder Jared Betts. I got a national anthem. Shoot, caught me off guard. All right, we are back, and it is time for some baseball. I was not done with the lineup when I got startled by the national anthem there. Noah Snyder is the man on the mound for Millard West. So, recap for Wolfe Electric, the Wildcats, their first three: designated hitter Bennett Cloak, center fielder Jake Blackman, and third baseman Landon Hurst. The middle three: the catcher Jackson Thiel, first baseman Caden Struck, and right fielder Chance Roberts. And the bottom three: shortstop Tyson Meyer, second baseman Max Neiman, and left fielder Jared Betts, with Noah Snyder on the mound. Burke Eschmeyer on the mound here for the Hard Hats. Or not Hard Hats, for the Expos. He will soon be a Hard Hat, the rate he's pitching. He was the pitcher on the mound who went complete game, 2-hit shutout against the Missoula Mavericks, a team that ended up getting second place in the Firecracker in the Expos 5-0 shocking win. I believe it was 5-0, right? 6-0. Shocking win over Missoula in the upset of the tournament at the Firecracker this year. He also pitched one game in this fall, allowed 2 walks, no earned runs, took home the win, struck out 3. Eschmeyer, a fine young pitcher, and the guy they want on the mound in this do-or-die game. If they win, they'll wait a minute and then play the quarterfinal game against the winner of Stillwater, Minnesota, and Papillion. I don't know which Papillion this is, because Papillion La Vista was in our group, and they did not make it through. So, Papillion of some other state, or some other high school in Papillion I don't know of. Either or, they've got to win this game first. It's do or die elimination baseball here in the Gopher Classic. Let me turn myself down a little. I'm a little loud. I hope that you guys can all still hear me, but I'm speaking off a mic stand this time, so I shouldn't be quite as hard to hear. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. Expos with their surprise appearance here. Of course, probably not a surprise to them. They're a good team. They are going to be the home team in this one. And Burke Eschmeyer on the mound. First pitch strike. Up to bat for Wolfe Electric, the designated hitter Bennett Cloak. He is a graduated senior. Swung on and lifted into right field. It'll be caught on the run by Ben Hassett. So out number 1 from Eschmeyer. He was a sensational pitcher in that Missoula thing, not really relying too much on the strikeout. More of a weak contact guy, but considering he also pitched 3 1/3 no-hit innings in this tournament, he is one of, if not the premier pitcher of this Expos staff at the moment. Swung on and grounded over to second. It'll get through. And a gapper will be the first hit of the day off Eschmeyer. First hit of the tournament off of him. Jake Blackman gets on base. Blackman is the only regular varsity starter on Wolfe Electric to be a part of this lineup. No, Chance Roberts plays some. So I guess not. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so Jake Blackman gets a single. It'll bring up Landon Hurst. Hurst, a junior on varsity, batted .160 in the high school season. Ball 1 taken outside. It's a groggy day. It's wet, but the field playable. It's natural surface, which, you know, held back our ability to start the game, but baseball purists will love it. Eschmeyer's second pitch, ball not in the dirt, but it pops out of the glove of Prager. He's saying it's a little wet. Can we switch that one out? And that'll be ball 2. Landon Hurst Now in a 2-0 count. If a ball comes right at you and scares you, I am under the... Oh, pickoff! Ooh, close. Good attempt there from Eschmeyer. Steen applying the tag. Another pitch swung on and hit hard into left field. It'll be just foul. Tough break there for the Wildcats. Sails just to the left of the chalk. I'm assuming there's still chalk right now. It might have been washed away. Anyways, however the umpire determines it, I think there's a line. There's got to be, right? Yeah, there is. Two 1 count to Hurst. Like I said, 160 batter in high school. He did get a 323 OBP, though. Double play in effect. Infield pinched in. Runner takes off. Picked up by Brager. He will throw and safe the call. A stolen base successful for Blackman. The first runner that takes off on Brager in the tourney ends up getting a steal. That was a very close play, however. Good tag applied there from Dawson Inhofer. Count now 3-1. Eschmeyer not trying to hand out the walk here. Swung on in, lifted into left field, and foul again. So the count runs full. Hurst has pulled a pair of good balls, just a little foul. If he can get one in play, that's a double, or that's a extra base opportunity. And for the record, I cannot see any better than you. I am just kind of at field level behind the bleachers. So I'm watching through the same camera as you. Oliver Fell bringing this to you in the morning. Barely, but it is now. All right, full count. Eschmeyer just low, ball 4. And a walk taken. So Hurst gets the first walk of the day. 2 men on. Only 1 out. And the Wildcats threatening to score here in the top of the first. Up comes the catcher, a sophomore from the JV squad, Jackson Thiel. So Thiel, the youngest starter by grade of anybody in this lineup here for the Wildcats. But he's batting cleanup, so he must be the real deal. Swung on in, lifted into left field. McLeod going after it. He'll make the grab. Runner stays. And 2 outs now here in the top of the first.
Number 7, Struck.
Up comes Caden Struck. He's a senior. He's on varsity. 88 plate appearances. He had a 290 batting average. Pretty good, especially considering the opponents they were playing, going around the country, playing some tough teams, and then, of course, winning state in Nebraska. No small feat. Struck had 18 runs, 13 RBIs on the varsity squad. A 459 OBP, so definitely a walk taker for the lefty. He'll have a slight advantage on the right-handed at Burke Eschmeyer here. First pitch, a little low, ball 1. Thank you all for tuning into Hard Hats TV. Oliver Fell bringing it to you from Edina, Minnesota. That ball swung on and lifted into center. Going back on it and making the play is the center fielder, Lars Kiefer. And despite a hit and a walk, nobody scores for the Wildcats in the top of the first. Expos keep him off the board. Eschmeyer keeps his scoreless streak going. It's now at least 12 innings. Okay, so 3 flyouts to the outfield with 3 outs in that inning. 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, no errors, 2 men left on. And it's still 0-0. Now it is time for the Expos to get a turn at the plate. let me give you their path here. They played 4 games, not 5 games. It was a very odd situation. Big lightning delay pushed back one of their games, and then a team from Napoleon, Ohio, dropped out of the tournament after pool play. They knew they weren't going to make it. I mean, they went 4-0. They technically won the tournament pool play there, but they had state regionals this week, right now, and they couldn't stay for the knockout stages. So I don't know why they even got in here. Maybe just a couple of runs, a couple of games, a little experience, I suppose. But Napoleon, Ohio pulls out. Expos did go 4-0, so rightfully deserving of making it through. Nobody was able to beat them. And so but they never played Napoleon, Ohio, unlike everybody else in the pool. So here we go. The Expos started off with a 9-1 win over North St. Paul. Then followed that up with a 4-3 gutsy win over Chaska Post 57 of Minnesota. And then with the pool championship, or at least a trip to the next round on the line, the Expos beat Eastview, Minnesota in a dramatic 2-run bottom of the 7th comeback, culminating in a RBI walk-off single from Dexter Steen. They won 2-1 there, and then won 14-6 in the later game against Oakdale, Minnesota. Snyder on the mound. First pitch, taking ball to the left-handed Ben Hassett. Hassett, a true good two-way player, batting 5 for 13 in the tournament. Taken high. Also a tremendous pitcher. No, he's a good fan of Hard Hats TV. Hope you're watching this back. Hello, Ben. Another ball outside. You'll probably be watching on the bus. Ben Hassett is available. He's only pitched 0.2 innings in this tournament. He's likely going to be an arm in the postseason here in the playoffs if needed, and especially if they go and win this game and have to play another. So Ben Hassett gets a 4-pitch walk to start things out. He has tried to steal 4 times in the tournament. He has been successful twice and has been caught twice. But speed, the name of the game here for the Hard Hat, or for the Expos, post 22. The Expos are on a little bit of a Cinderella run. A slight tear, per se. So Snyder will try to pick him off. Nowhere close, no tag needed. There goes the white pants, they say. First dirt of the day for Ben Hassett. First pitch was a strike. Second pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2 from Kane McLeod. McLeod batting 3 for 11 in the tourney, a little over 300. Or a little under 300, sorry. Snyder looking for his first out. Is seeming to find the zone better against the righty. Oh, 2. Another pitch gets away from the catcher, and Ben Hassett will scamper over to second on a wild pitch. So the go-ahead run enters scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning for the Expos. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Snyder looking for the punch out. He delivers, swung on, popped up in the infield. Underneath it, the second baseman will make the play. First out recorded by second baseman Max Neiman. And Lars Kiefer now up. Kiefer tied for the most hits in the tournament for the Expos. He has 6. 6 for 14 overall. A pair of doubles as well. Team talking with Snyder real quick. Noah Snyder, a junior, but playing for the JV squad this year at Millard West. So possibly a little bit of a high leverage tryout for the varsity squad next year. Snyder now delivering to Kiefer, taken high and inside. Kiefer's taken just one walk in his 15 plate appearances in this tournament. One of the lower walk rates on the team, but he has a ton of hits, so who can complain? That's a bunt put down and picked up by the pitcher. Throw is high, but handled. And a sacrifice bunt moves the runner. But there is 2 outs now. Up comes Dexter Steen. Dexter Steen batting a ridiculous 6 for 9 in this tournament, including the walk-off single in the bottom of the 7th versus the Eastview Thunder. That was also with 2 outs. Could he do it again? Ray Negebauer in the building. So is Wilson Kiefer. Steen trying to give the Expos an early lead, which would be crucial. If they could play from ahead, they could do a really good job. Solid defense on this team, and with Burke Eschmeyer on the mound, it's going to be hard for the Wildcats to get a hit. Or, I mean, they have one, but you get what I'm saying. 2-0 count to the lefty Steen. Takes a strike down the middle. The count now 2-1. Another ball taken low. Good take. Count now 3 balls, 1 strike. On deck, Hadley Burris, third baseman. Dexter Steen batting the best. Don't know why I did that. Not sure what we're clapping for, but something exciting happened. 0-1 count. Hassett on third, Steen on first. Steen has stolen 3 bags, only been caught once in this tournament. Very capable. Leading off of first right now. Snyder checks his back, delivers. High ball, and Steen takes a delayed steal. Throw is got him in a rundown, and they tag him to end the inning. The run does not score, and the Wildcats, with some fundamentally sound defense, able to finish off the inning. Nobody scores for the Expos despite 2 getting on, and we go into the second, all tied up, 0-0. So that's the second caught stealing for Steen in this tournament. In that inning, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors. 1 man left on. That's Hassett on third. And nobody scores. It is 0-0. So Millard West winning the highest classification of Nebraska high school over the Lincoln East Carpetland Spartans, who we saw last year at full strength.
Number 14, Meyer.
Leadoff hit. Run offline for a moment. We're working on a hot spot at the moment, but I will say the hot spot doing a pretty good job. All things considered, to what I'm used to for it, he's doing well. Second straight inning with a hit off Eschmeyer. That's pretty impressive. Chance Roberts gets the single. He had 8 steals on varsity last year. Pickoff attempt, not very close. Tyson Meyer up to bat. Meyer in 15 plate appearances as a varsity player. Got just 1 hit for a 125 batting average. Did get a few walks. First pitch given to him a ball. A lot of flies around here. Coming out when the rain happens in this lush green environment. Outside ball taken. Count 2-0. Burke Eschmeyer in his second inning of work. Hasn't allowed a run in over 12 innings. including a game against Missoula, Montana, who ended up routing the Hard Hats 11-2 and taking home second in extras at the Firecracker this year. Two balls, one strike. Pick-off attempt. Oh! Nope. But a good try. Two-one count here to to Meyer. He puts down a bunt, and it will be a good one. Failed to be scooped by the third baseman, Burris. And that'll be a bunt single. Caught the defense by surprise. And the first two now on with nobody out here in the top of the second. Wildcats really mounting something. Good piece of coaching there from head coach Steve Frey and some of his staff. Two men on, nobody out. That ball is struck into center field. Coming in on it is Kiefer. He'll pick it up, throw to third. The runner will stay. And the first out recorded. So far, every out has been a fly out to the outfield for Burke Eschmeyer, but it seems to be working just fine. The outfielder is very rangy. This team predicated on speed. And the 9-hole hitter going to come up. The last one in the order to face Eschmeyer, the left fielder Jared Betts, a JV selection, a junior going on senior. He hits one high and deep into left. It is foul, but he did hit that thing real hard. Gave it a ride. Oh, one count. Curveball is hit high into left field. Going back on it, McLeod will make the play. Runner tags up, and he will stay. Another fly out to the outfield. That seems to be the only way it's been happening. It's been spread pretty evenly, too. Two flyouts to left, two flyouts to center, and one to right. So possibly this is the one that'll go to right. Or it's going to be the one that gets the Wolfe Electric Wildcats on the board. Who knows? Two outs. Leadoff man coming up. It's Bennett Cloakey. Or Cloak. Crikey. All right. Burke Eschmeyer got him to fly out to right last time. He could even it out again with another fly out to right. Eschmeyer checks on the man, delivers, smacked up the line, and a little bit foul. That's been a tough one. The Wildcats, that's 3 times now a ball has just about gone foul. Okay, 0-1 count now here. Eschmeyer delivering to Cloak. Men on first and second. Ball taken just outside. Good take from Cloak. Cloak batting .227 in 28 plate appearances for Wolfe Electric for Millard West High School. He did have a .393 OBP, however. 1-1 count. Eschmeyer checking back, delivers. Curveball just outside, good take. That was a very tempting pitch to swing at. It came all the way around the middle and slid outside. Two-one count. Another pitch outside, gets away. Brager slipping on the wet sod. And that'll be ball 3. Umpire going to go say something or hand a ball back. Still a little damp here on this natural field surface. Three-one count. Bennett Cloak on the verge of loading the bases on a walk here. Burke Eschmeyer trying not to hand out his third. He will give a ball low. Curveball doesn't get a swing. And the base is now loaded. Golden opportunity here for Wolfe Electric. The door can open just as quickly as it closes, however. That is actually only the second walk of the outing for Burke Eschmeyer. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Up comes Jake Blackman. Blackman batted .358, fourth best on the state champion varsity team. He is probably the most qualified player out here to come up in this situation. He swings and drives it back to the pitcher off of Eschmeyer. He will throw home and they'll touch the base. Wait, what? They say he was off. An error on Carter Brager going to cost the Expos a run. I'm going to watch that one back real quick on the YouTube stream. Thanks to that lapse from Carter Brager. All of these runs are unearned, but it doesn't matter. In a do or die game here. The Expos trailing 4-0. Huge inning here. Wolfe Electric making the most of their opportunities. Man on second, first pitch, ball. Gotta feel, I mean, it should have been over a little while ago. What are you? And another ball taken. Eschmeyer played well enough to get out of the inning, but it doesn't matter. Wildcats up 4-0. Huge inning for them. A bases clearing double from Landon Hurst doing the trick. Cleanup man takes a strike. Jackson Thiel. Gonna hit one into left field. Going after it is McLeod, and the ball will drop. Picked up. The runner coming home, and he will be safe. A 5th run scores here for Wolfe Electric. Here in the second inning, a huge 2-run rally opened by the Carter Brager error. RBI single for Thiel brings home Hurst. Eschmeyer allowing his 4th hit of the inning. And the last man to come up as they batted around is Caden Struck. Struck flew out on a ball to center to end the first inning. He could do it again here to end the second. Or he could keep the rally going. Wildcats giving themselves a hefty lead here in the bottom of the second. Ball in the dirt. They're going to pick off and got him. So a back pick from Carter Brager finishes the inning. But the damage is done. Wolfe Electric piles on 5 runs on an inning thanks to an error from Carter Brager opening things up. Brager just wasn't standing on the base. Bases were loaded, ground back to the pitcher. Throw got to him well before. All he had to do was stand on the base. His foot not quite on it. And that cost him dearly. A bases clearing double from Landon Hurst and an RBI single from Jackson Thiel bring in 4 more runs in addition to the one that scored on the error. And That is the inning. So 4 hits lead to 5 runs. None of them are earned. There's 1 error on Carter Brager, and nobody is left on. 5-0 the score. Wildcats with a serious lead. It looked like Eschmeyer was going to get out of that again, but that error just crucial. Bottom of the second coming up. Expos now in a serious hole. The middle of the order here, close enough. The 5, 6, 7, Burris, Juvie, and Inhofer due up.
Yeah, you have to have 4 days rest here.
Expos able to coax 2 walks, steal a base, and get caught once. In the last inning, in the bottom of the first, they were trying to get a lead then. Now they're trying to claw back into a game which is rapidly evading them. Hadley Burris awaits. 2 for 11 on the tourney. Though, or sorry, 2 for 9, though he has 3 walks. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball dips underneath the bat of Burris. And another ball taken, I think. Two-one count. Swung on and hit hard over to short. Cleaned up, and the throw just got him by half a step. Play is made by the shortstop, Tyson Meyer. Sixth ground out starts off the inning. And Graydon Juvie now up. He is 2 for 11. 9 outside. Juvie, also an accomplished pitcher. If I'm not mistaken, he got 1 hats in a spot start. Swung on and lined over the head of the shortstop into center field. That'll get down. He's touching first, and he will hold up there. A 1-out single for Graydon Juvie. That's what the Expos need. First hit of the day off of Snyder, the starter here for Wolfe Electric. And it brings up Dawson Inhofer. Inhofer, a hard hat for most of the season. Moving back down as the roster had to shrink for playoff contention. Or for, state tournament. Inhofer 3 for 12, batting .250 in this tourney. Swung on and lifted into center. Underneath it and making the play is James Blackman. The throw back a little bit off, but not anything too crazy. 2 outs in this inning now. And McCoy Rippentrop now up. In limited usage in both the Firecracker and the Gopher, he has been raking lately. 3 for 6 in this tourney. Had one of the better batting averages in the Firecracker, despite having one of the team's lower batting average overall. Strike 1. But in the tournaments right now, it seems like July might be his month. Batting .500 in this one. Snyder checks, delivers. Taken high, throw back to first. Not going to get him. And that ball brings it to a 1-1 count. Rippentrop, in addition to 3 hits, has 3 walks with a 667 OBP. Just outside, taken by McCoy Rippentrop. Rippentrop, physical specimen, 6'3", about 210, as reported by the little media guide handed out by the Expos during the Firecracker. Count now 2-2 to McCoy Rippentrop. Snyder checks, delivers, taken in the dirt, and the count now full. Every out so crucial in this do-or-die game with the Expos and Wildcats. Swung on, popped up in the infield. No, going foul, and the catcher thinks he can make a play on it. It'll drop. The third baseman and catcher came face to face, wasn't sure who was going to get it. And Thiel gives way to Hurst. Hurst gives way to Thiel, and the ball will fall. And the inning continues. A break there for the Hard Hats. Or not the Hard Hats, the Expos. That's something that was afforded to the Wildcats in the top of the inning. A 2-out break, allowing the inning to keep going. They scored 5 runs in that one. Sure, the bases aren't loaded, but here that's going to be softly flown into right field, coming in on it and making the grab. The Wildcats, Chance Roberts, and that'll end the inning. So, despite a hit from Graydon Juvie, nobody scores in the bottom of the second for the Expos, and thanks to that out-of-control second inning, they trail 5-0 going into the top of the third inning. One hit, no runs, no earned runs, no errors, one man left on. Bringing the total up to 2. And it is still nothing on the board for the Expos. They are a high-scoring team, by and large. And if you start to make some mistakes on them, they will make you pay. They're a team that will exploit your weaknesses, fit through any door you give them. Snyder so far looking solid. But they'll make you pay. Death by 1,000 cuts, a bunch of walks, a lot of stolen bases, some good singles and hitting like that. Just a very good, fundamentally sound team. Burke Eschmeyer still on the mound. He has 0 earned runs. The earned run streak now at 13 innings straight. But 5 runs came across thanks to a misplaced foot of Carter Brager.
Number 7, Clark.
And the leadoff man for the inning here for Wolfe Electric, Caden Struck, the only one not to come up in the last inning, or he came up, but a pickoff ended the inning. He didn't get to finish his at-bat. Caden Struck last time, flew out to center. First pitch taken low, gets the backstop, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Just high and outside. That was a good breaking ball. Didn't quite break enough to get into the zone, however. Strike 1. There's a non-zero chance that you guys get a jump scare, foul ball right at the camera. If that does and you fall over, I am not entitled to replace anything that breaks. Just letting you know. 2-2 count. Eschmeyer looking for his first K. That's smacked up the middle. Inhofer collects it. He will throw across the diamond, make the play, out number 1. That's the first ground out in this game forced by Brooke Eschmeyer. The infield kind of just standing around most of the game.
Number 4, Robert.
Here's Chance Roberts. Most plate appearances on varsity of anybody on this Legion squad. He'll try to make his own situation here, trying to set the table for his teammates. What are they doing? What's going on? Are we ready? Okay. I don't know what that was. The umpire was saying something about the pitcher. That ball popped up and maybe playable up against the fence. Going after it and making the grab. Hadley Burris for the second out. Good play from Hadley. That ball just about staying inside the park. There's a slight tree overhang on that left field line. Could have hit the tree. If it hits the tree and you still catch it in bounds, does that count? I don't think so, but maybe. That ball swung on and skied up in shallow left. Coming in on it, McLeod. He will make the grab for the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 for Burke Eschmeyer. And that he's back to form. No hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors, nobody left on. Still 5-0 though. Expos in a serious hole, thanks to that rally on 2 outs in the second inning. Bottom of the third coming up. Expos still trying to get on the board.
What's business?
Noah Snyder coming back out for his third inning. He'll face Brager, Hassett, and McLeod. 3 good contact bats in a row there. At least I would anticipate at least 2 to get on. That feels fair. Expos do have time for a gradual comeback, but it would require Burke Eschmeyer and the defense to keep that finish line at 5 runs. Here's Carter Brager. He's split time at catcher with Easton Tesh in this tournament. But while at the plate in this tournament, he is 3 for 6. Also, courtesy runner would be obliged to him should he reach base. Brager, they want to step on home. And on.
So one thing I got from this team is these guys are going to bunt in the bunt situation.
Inside ball off the back. And a hit by pitch gets the first man on. Carter Brager takes one for the team. And now there's going to be a courtesy runner coming in for him. He's got the Roach helmet. Who is this? 17. Let me see who that is. So Snyder hits his first batter. Tatum Giddings now coming in to pinch run. I assumed it was him. He had a lot of steals in this tourney.
Yeah, that Brady we had enough.
Umpire writing it down on his scorecard.
29, Eschmeyer.
No? Not Eschmeyer. Anyways, it's fine. So, man on first, nobody out. Up comes Ben Hassett. He walked his first time up. Has batted very well in this tournament, 5 for 13. First time up, he took first on a walk. 0-1 count. Delivered, fouled away. So down in the count 0-2. The walk no longer seeming very likely, but he could work it. Infield expecting a little bit of a push up the middle. A lot of space between third and short. He will swing late, just get a piece of that one on a breaking ball. And the count's still 0-2. Ben Hassett fighting. would be my expectation that he would start game 2. Should the Expos make it out of here. But that's up to Ben and the team. Noah Snyder on the mound. 0-2 count. He does not have a strikeout. Swung on in, hit up the middle, softly over to second, picked up, and makes a weird play. Doesn't get anybody out. The man at second, Max Neiman, the JV product, decided that he was going to go for the double play, then he wasn't going to go for the double play, then he spiked it, and that'll be an error on Neiman. The first one of the game for the Wildcats, and a break for post 22. Bunt put down. It's a good one, and can they get him? Throw to first. Not even gonna happen. A beautiful bunt from Kane McLeod for a single. And the bases are loaded for Lars Kiefer. This is just what the doctor ordered. Bases loaded. Brager on third. Giddings on third. Hassett on second. And McLeod on first. All of them fast. An extra base hit would do something. That is lined into left field, and it'll get down. Coming in to score one of them. They're sending home. Sending home Hassett, and he will score 2. The Expos, 2 runs on a single from Lars Kiefer. Still nobody out in this inning. Expos rallying. And Dexter Steen coming up. Steen still batting .667 in this tournament. 6 hits on 9 at-bats, in addition to 2 walks. Hassett and Brager both score. They're having a talk with Snyder, who is simply beginning to unravel a little here in the third. That lead shrinking, and with still nobody out. We'll see. This is obviously game 6 of the tournament for them, so Millard West would be a little thin at pitcher. And they are going to warm somebody up on the bullpen in right, it appears. They have a bullpen inside the confines of the stadium, similar to that of Rickey Henderson Field in Oakland. Where the A's, play for like the next 3 months before they go to Sacramento and then go to Las Vegas. 2 men on for Dexter Steen. It's been pretty hard to get a ball past him in this tourney. 3 RBIs, 6 hits. Puts a bunt down. It's a good bouncer picked up by the pitcher. Throw to first. They do get him that time. But the sacrifice bunt moves 2 more runners into scoring position. It is the first out of the inning. Thiel puts up his finger in a 1 gesture. Kiefer now on second. McLeod on third. Both of them fast. A single likely to score both. Here is Hadley Burris. He grounded out his first time up. 2 for 12. Puts a ball outside, shifting over. Thiel does a great job to block it. If you're the Expos right now in this elimination game, you cannot leave anything left on the table. You have to finish up the scraps and bring home these 2 runners. Snyder takes a high ball on Burris. Two-0 count. Fastball fouled away. It's off of himself. No, they're going to say it's fair. Throw to first in time. Runner does not come home. Kind of an odd choice there. That ball accidentally hit. Didn't mean to keep it in play. And an unfortunate circumstance there for the Expos. A crucial out sacrificed and nobody comes home. It brings up Juvie. Juvie was the first one to get a hit off of Snyder in the last inning. 2 on, 2 out. Expos trailing by 3. Huge moment. Snyder throws high, ball 1. Somebody moved for the moment. I'm sure they'll be back, maybe to the bathroom, but I actually have a good view of the field right now, which is pretty neat. Or at least of the batting and pitching spots. That ball low. Ooh, called strike, they say. Just caught the zone. One count. Swung on, popped up in the infield. The shortstop Meyer underneath it. He will make the play. And 2 runs do score for the Expos on a 2-run single from Lars Kiefer. Wildcats able to keep the other 2 runners from coming home. The bases were loaded with nobody out, and only 2 runs do score. But 40% of the lead now gone. Rapid City does take a chunk out of it. In that inning, 2 hits lead to 2 runs. Neither of them are earned. There is an error on the second baseman, Max Niemann, and 2 men are left on base. 5-2 the score. Burke Eschmeyer pitched a 1-2-3 third. Going to try to follow that up. Don't know how you would improve upon it, but you could do it with another good one. No earned runs in this game for him. Or the last game, or the game before that.
Number 19, Newman.
Somebody get hurt? I don't know. Or a yow. Anyways, Max Niemann leading off. He had the error in the bottom of the third. His last time up at the plate, he flew out to center. First pitch strike from Eschmeyer, now in his 4th inning of work. This kid having a great run of games on the mound. 0-1. Curveball. Ooh, they call it inside. I thought it might have caught the plate on the backside. One. Outside ball. Count now 2-1 here to Niemann. High and inside. Watch out. Niemann gets out of the way. And the count now 3-1 for Wolfe Electric. Eschmeyer gives him another one. It's fouled up and away. And the count now full. Eschmeyer yet to get a K in this game. He had 3 over 3 1/3 shutout earlier in this tournament. Setting up, swung on and hit, and caught! Dawson Inhofer skies up for the play. Great job there. Athletic play made by Inhofer, and that'll be the first out. Here comes Jared Betts. Betts, the 9-hole hitter, JV Jr., takes a ball up and inside, ball 1. Curveball low and outside, now 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Swung on and lifted into left field. Going after it is McLeod. He might have a play, and he does. Out number 2 recorded. Second time flying out to left for Betts, and it'll bring up Bennett Cloakey. Okay, Cloakey is what I had last year, I think. I think he was on this team last year, and I think I said Cloakey. Cloakey, very close to Coqui, which is a name of a frog native to Puerto Rico that many Puerto Ricans very much enjoy. It reminds them of home to hear it at night, and if you're wondering why it's called that, it's because it makes a call that's Coqui, Coqui. That's how it works. All right, 1-0. Showed bunt. Didn't matter. Strike at the letters. It's 1 ball, 1 strike here to Cloakey. On 1 count. Another ball low and away. And I think a ball fell out of the glove, out of the little pocket for the umpire. His little satchel. Speaking of satchels, somebody has a Crocs purse here, and it's awesome. Ooh, that ball slipped out of the glove of the catcher. That might have been a strike if it didn't fall out. Cloak trying to keep the inning alive for the Wildcats. Nobody on, 2 out. Dimensions here, not exactly pitcher friendly, but pretty standard, honestly. 330 to left, 330 to right, and then 355 to center. So a short fence all in all, but there are no very tiny spots in this park. Full count. Taking high, ball 4. And a walk will keep the inning alive. Cloakey reaches base, his 2nd walk taken in this on the day. And it brings up Jake Blackman. Blackman doing great. He did ground back to the pitcher with the bases loaded. Should have been the end of the inning, but there was that error. He has a run, a stolen base, and a single. And probably the best performing player on the high school team to decide to play Legion this summer. Pick-off attempt. Oh, a little bit late. The tag coming in slightly behind, but a good attempt there. Burke Eschmeyer using the element of surprise. Almost ended the inning. 2-0 count. Just outside. Rager does his job, trying to pull it back in. 3 balls, no strikes. Big smattering. All right. Oh, rain is starting to come down. Pick off. Did they get him this time? They did. And that'll be a pickoff to end the inning. I got to go cover up the camera as it's getting rained on. Thank you all for watching Hard Hats TV. Middle of the 4th. Expos come up next. All right. Well, I gave the camera my hat, so now it's got a backwards hat on. It just needed a little bit of coverage. Nothing that you can see different tangibly. But it's starting to sprinkle a little more. Not enough to really endanger the game in any way or the field's conditions. However, it is just getting a little damp. Due up here for the Expos in the bottom of the 4th inning. We've got Inhofer, Rippentrop, and Brager. A mighty back 3. Noah Schneider coming back out for his 4th inning of work. So far, he's done a pretty good job, though his start to the last inning was less than stellar, allowing 2 runs and 2 men on with nobody out in the inning, though the error contributing to that. Inhofer puts a bunt, it has backspin, and it is fouled. Strike 1. Music's still on while we're playing. Get a little soundtrack. Yeah, the umpire commenting about the music. There we go. Just a little Barbie sneaking in. 0-1 count. Taken high. And Inhofer earns his first ball. The count now 1-1. Inhofer, his last time up, flew out to center. He has some power. He hits it hard through the gap and knocked down by the shortstop. No play is made, though. And that'll be an infield single. So good start for Inhofer. He smacks the ball towards the 3rd and short gap and gets the leadoff single. Inhofer, impossible to catch. 25 steals on the season, I believe. It could be more now. 25 steals is what I have. He has not been caught a single time. He had over 50 last year. So going to be a very tough thing for Thiel and the defense. Taking off, and the throw, a great one, doesn't matter. Dawson Inhofer too fast. He could very well steal 3rd here as well. It was called a strike to Rippentrop. Rippentrop 3 for 7, having a very good tourney. Rippentrop also one of the players on this team that actually has a tangible chance of hitting it out of this park. 0-2 count. Ball in the dirt, taken low. Rippentrop, some serious power. 330 down the lines, and then 355 to center. Swung on in, grounded over to, nope, foul. Foul, and the inning will continue. One-two count. Snyder still checking back on Inhofer. Time was called for, but it didn't happen. He hits it softly over to second. Picked up, and Myers throw out of the way. It's going to get away from the first baseman, heading over to second. Rippentrop, a second error of the day from Max Neiman. Those are the kind of mistakes you cannot make in an elimination game like this. Still nobody out now here in the bottom of the 4th. A second error on Neiman, allowing a man not only to reach, but allowing a run to score. Weirdly enough, 8 runs have been scored in this game. Not a single one of them has been earned. And there's only been 3 errors. But anyways. Okay, are we good? All right. Carter Brager now up. Last time he was here, he was hit in the shoulder. Bunt shown, pulled back out of the zone, ball 1. Oh, actually, we do have a different pitcher in. I had that wrong. Clokey is on the mound. So Clokey moves from DH onto the mound. Schneider leaves the game 3 innings pitched, not a earned run, no earned runs, though he does allow quite a few hits and watches 2 come across. 2-0 count here to Brager. He still shows bunt. That was a perfectly buntable ball. I don't think he ever intended to put it down. Two-one count. Bunt shown. He puts it down the line. It's a very good one, and no chance getting him. Can they? No. The ball gets away. And the bad throw from Meyer allows a man to reach second, and another run scores. A second errant throw from Millard West brings in another run. Second error of the inning. There was no catching Brager anyways. Meyer tries to, or sorry, not Meyer. That would be the third baseman, Landon Hurst. He tries to force a throw, throws it as hard as he can over to first, and it goes wide. Still no earned runs. Second error of the inning. Still nobody on, or still nobody out in this one. I'm giving the single to Brager, and then an E5 moves him to second. It brings up Ben Hassett. He has reached both times he's come up. One of them was on an error, the other one a walk. Shows bunt, taking off the runner, and the throw not even going to happen. The runner snuck right behind the third baseman, Hurst's eyes. He didn't cover the bag, and a stolen base from Tatum Giddings, his 4th of the tournament. A tying run now just 90 feet away. Not sure what the umpires are talking about or the pitcher. Clokey getting some sort of instruction from the ump. Ready to watch. So this is still Hassett. Swings and grounds one over to second. Coming home is the runner. Tying run will score. The Expos come back from 5-0 down in the course of 3 innings. And the game all tied up on a ground out from Ben Hassett. RBI, 4-3 ground out. Brings in Tatum Giddings from third base. Up comes Kane McLeod. Still only 1 out in this inning. A lot that can still be accomplished. Hard Hats looking for a lead now. Swung on and fouled back. A very long ways, possibly into some sort of creek. 0-1 count here to Kane McLeod. McLeod got a single on a bunt his last time up. Taking a ball outside. The small ball approach for the Hard Hats working great, making the defense work double time in order to get the outs. 1-1 count. Taken high, and McLeod ducks out of the way of that one. Two-one count. McLeod swings and fouls the ball just away. Almost was in play. It rolls foul. Just a slight deflection, and the count 2-2. The rain has stopped now. 2-2. McLeod swings and fouls another one back into the adjacent field. They need 2 baseballs. Umpire running out of them. Kane McLeod fouling them all away. 2-2. Swung on and lined into center. It'll get down. Kane McLeod squares up a ball and launches it into the outfield grass. That'll be a 1-out single. The Expos keep the line moving. And now I believe also here to deliver a few balls. It is time for Lars Kiefer. Kiefer, younger brother of hard hat shortstop Wilson Kiefer. Unfortunately, Wilson missing out on quite a bit of the tournament here, thanks to a knee injury sustained in Game 1. That is swung on and hit high and deep and foul, but he really got a hold of that one. Lars Kiefer showing off the muscle. Count now 0-1 for Kiefer. Man on first, he could easily take off. That's smacked over to third. It is going to get through! A failed attempt to catch it on a hop. Hurst not able to make the play, and that is yet another. That'll go down as a single for the record. But that is yet another opportunity missed from Wolfe Electric in this inning. That is now 3 chances they have failed to make. And completely just something you can't do in a game like this. Dexter Steen now up, the cleanup man. Shows a bunt and puts it down the line. It's a good one, slowing down in the grass. The throw on the run is offline. And an infield single for Dexter Steen on a bunt. The small ball working to perfection. Yeah, how often do you see a first baseman bunt on? Bases are loaded for Hadley Burris. He is 0 for 2 in this game with a ground out to the shortstop and an unfortunate accidental ground out to the catcher. That ball hit high and deep into center, going back on it and making the grab. 2 runners tag up, coming home the go-ahead run, and the the Expos have taken the lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sacrifice fly from Hadley Burris brings in the runner. He gets an RBI for his efforts. Steen stays at first. Kiefer tags up, goes to third, sorry. And Kane McLeod will score. That is the first earned run. Or never mind, they should have had outs. Never mind, it's not an earned run because the inning should have been over had that error on the second baseman not occurred. I don't know what the first pitch was, neither does the PA guy. So the scoreboard is not updated. Swung on and swirled foul. So yeah, the first one was a strike. So it's 0-2 now here to Graydon Juvie. He is the last player to bat around here in this game, or in this inning for the Expos. 0-2. Down and away, blocked by Thiel. Great block there from the catcher. In an inning full of defensive miscues, that was an outstanding play. Count is 1-2. Swung on and hit high and deep into left. That ball is carrying to the track and caught. A great hit there from Juvie, but it comes up just a little bit short. And that'll end the inning. The Expos put up 4 runs in the inning, aided by a pair of errors from Wolfe Electric. And Post 22 on top for the first time in this ball game, 6-5, handing it back over to Burke Eschmeyer on the mound. Expos coming through when they needed to. In that inning, 4 hits turn into 4 runs. None of them are earned. There are 2 errors, one on the second baseman Neiman, and one on the third baseman Landon Horst. And 2 men left on. 6-5 the score. You love to see the stick-to-itiveness also from the Hard Hats, or the Expos, to already have tied the game with 1 and still have 1 out remaining. A lot of teams would be like, you know what, I'm satisfied with that. They keep going, score 1 more run on 3 hits. And now Eschmeyer working with a lead. He's had a great game, all 5 runs unearned. Pitched a smacked over to short. Dawson Inhofer, backhanded grab, throw across the diamond, way late. And an infield single legged out by
Number 2, Wolfe.
Jake Blackman. His second hit of the day. He's reached all 3 times he's come up. I'm running out of ink in my pen. I don't have like another one. My other one's also running out of ink. This has never happened. All right, runner. Tag back, not in time. Thank you. Great. One of the parents here for the upcoming team from Papillion offering me a pen. Shout out to him. First pitch, ball to Landon Hurst. Runner stays put, taken just away. In the count now, 2 balls, no strikes. Landon Hurst had the 3-run bases clearing double to really break this game open on 2 outs in the second inning. Now in the top of the 5th, pickoff attempt late. Eschmeyer, a very good pickoff artist though. He does have that surprise. Your eyes kind of widen every time he does it. Double play in effect, though the Expos have not recorded a single one of those in this tournament. That is crushed into left field. It'll get down. Handled by McLeod, and the runner headed for third, and the tag. It fell out of the glove of Burris. A great throw from Kane McLeod, but it will not turn into anything. Scampering over to second on the fielder's choice is Landon Hurst. It'll go down as a single. A real good chance there. Some aggressive base running pays off this time for Millard West. And an extra base taken from Blackman. So 2 runners in scoring position. Now the go-ahead run on second base. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. And here's the cleanup man, here to do his job. Jackson Thiel. 1 for 2. RBI single in the second. Strike 1. A curveball arcing into the corner. No balls, 1 strike here to Thiel. Only force out at first. 2 on, none out. Swung on and grounded over to third. Burris will handle. He's got the man at home in a rundown. And 2 runners headed for third. They will tag him. And the runner there, they'll head to, nope, not throw to second. Quickly coming in. Is that Ben Hassett? Or I think the center fielder there coming in, helping to cover. Add some hustle. Oh no, it's Kane McLeod coming in, helping to cover. You love to see it. And so now runners in the corners. Lead man retired. And a fielder's choice. And Hurst reaches third. Thiel will reach first on the fielder's choice. But the first out recorded. Hello, Liam. Still 2 on, now 1 out. Runners in the corners, so a second force out possible at second. Here is Caden Struck. So far in this game, fly out to center, fly out to short. He seems to be, or ground out to short. He seems to be hitting it right down the middle of the defense. Defense playing for a double play. If they were to ground out to short again, it could possibly be 2. No balls, 1 strike. Curveball. Ooh, just off. Good pitch there, nonetheless, from Eschmeyer. Eschmeyer's got some really good break. 1-1 count. Ball in the dirt. Makes it 2-1. Courtesy runner came in for Thiel. I don't have a number for him, but there is somebody other than Thiel on first because courtesy runner came in for the catcher. 2-1. Ball is grounded hard and through into right field. That'll score a run. The game all tied up by the Wolfe Electric Wildcats. A RBI single from Caden Struck. A worm burner into right.
Number 4, Roberts.
And the game tied. Burke Eschmeyer with his first earned run allowed in at least 2 weeks. Landon Hurst, the runner to score. Thiel, or his courtesy runner instead, going to be on second now. On first is Struck, and it brings up Chance Roberts. Roberts had a single. He's 1 for 2. Ball in the dirt, blocked by Brager. Good stop there. Oh, balk, they say. Never mind. Don't really know how balks work, so. All right. Well, apparently he balked. And now 2 runners in scoring position. The tying run 90 feet away here for the Wildcats. A sac fly would give them the lead. Or sorry, the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Chance Roberts, a varsity starter, and also a receiver on the football team. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 1. Roberts spits, kicks a little dirt on it, and comes back. Oh, 1 count. Curveball grounded up the line and foul. No balls, 2 strikes. To Chance Roberts. Eschmeyer without a K in this game, though it's been all right. He's done just fine anyways. Had 3 Ks in 3 1/3 last time. Now on 4 1/3, no Ks. Could get one here. 0-2. Curveball swung on and lifted into center. That ball's got some carry. Heading back to the wall and pulled back by the center fielder. That was a close one. The throw a little bit wild and a run will score. Wolfe Electric takes the lead right back here in the top of the 5th. Sacrifice fly scores Jackson Thiel's base runner. The pinch runner. Chance Roberts moves on the sack. And it brings up Tyson Meyer, the inning not over yet. Wildcats on Tyson Meyer, who has only had 15 plate appearances at the varsity level. There were 2 seniors this year at shortstop. One of them drafted by the Reds last night, an All-American, Tyson Lewis, and then the other one committed to Tulane and not playing Legion ball this year. So they're on the 3rd shortstop in the varsity ranks. 0-1. But then again, you know, those other 2 guys, to back them up, that explains why he didn't get a ton of playing time. Also gives good signs as to who he could be. So Meyer with a 1-1 count. Curveball, strike 2. Dipping right down the middle. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here on this groggy Monday evening. 1-2, outside taken. Fastball, definitely a surprise. And it misses outside. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Meyer keeping the bat very still. Curveball misses high. And the count now full. Burke Eschmeyer trying to get out of trouble. Wildcats have retaken the lead. However, it's only 1 run. Curveball fouled away just a bit. And it bounces right back to the umpire. How convenient. The count's still full. Swung on and missed! Nothing but wind there for Tyson Meyer. Burke Eschmeyer comes through in the clutch. And that'll be the inning. 2-run score for Wolfe Electric. They do retake the lead, 7-6. Expos yet again earned the first earned runs of the ball game. Well, no, the one where McLeod scored, also an earned run in the last inning. All right. No errors on the Expos, and one man is left on. In that previous inning, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors, nobody left on.
I know. And I'm even going to give you one more thing.
Expos back up to bat. It's a encore of the last inning. The same first three coming up in this one. Inhofer, Rippentrop, and Brager. They scored 2 in the third, scored 4 in the fifth. Now trying to retake the lead, still on the mound in his second inning of work. The Wolfe Electric righty, Bennett Clokey.
Number 13, Inhofer.
Dawson Inhofer back up. He had an infield single the last time he came to bat in the previous inning. Also stole a base, and that's pretty par for the course for him. Blazing speed on the bases. Taken high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Another ball out of the zone. Taken 2 strikes, no balls. A walk as good as a single here for Inhofer. He's taken 2 of those this tournament. Another one high and inside. Inhofer dodges out of the way. And the count now 3-0. Show me pitch up coming on Clokey. He delivers. That one is a strike, so he is able to find the zone. Three-one count. Inhofer takes another one low, ball 4. And the tying run now aboard in the form of the impossible to get out, Dawson Inhofer. Inhofer, I think that everybody here knows he's going to take off, but it doesn't really matter. Inhofer, unbelievably speedy. I believe it's 25 steals this season, no caught stealing. Here's McCoy Rippentrop. He grounded to second. Should have been an out, but the throw missed by the second baseman Max Neiman. First pitch strike to Rippentrop. Nobody out in this inning. Swung on, popped up, out of play. Count 0-2 now here to Rippentrop. Struck out just once across 13 ABs. That ball fouled away, and it'll stay up there. Bye-bye ball. They've got these hanging nets over the grandstands, kind of like a botanical garden. And it just claimed one of the balls. 0-2 count. Clokey gives him a ball outside and low. That one not enticing to Rippentrop. Rip and drop, swing and a miss, strike 3. Clokey earns the K, his first of the game. First Expo to strike out at all. And with 1 out, Dawson Inhofer still on first. Brings up Carter Brager. He's reached each of his last 2 times up, or he's effectively 2 for 2. That's swung on and hit. Throw into left field. The shortstop, Meyer, can't get to it. And another single. Brager has reached all 3 times that he has come up. Got on by a hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Got on with a infield bunt single in the 4th. And then a clean outfield single in the 5th. Dawson Inhofer moves to second. Tatum Giddings on first. A double steal, a possibility, especially with the third baseman playing as shaded in as he is. They're checking on something. I think he wants to see if Giddings is the one on first base. Or possibly a change at the pitching mound. Clokey getting a visit from his manager. And that'll be it for Bennett Clokey. We'll see who comes out. Coming in from the bullpen in right field. Looks like a first baseman also leaving. Possibly to get a glove or something. But he gets a fist bump through the glove, handing it off. We'll see who's on the mound now here for Wolfe Electric. Looks like we got a number 2. That is Horst. So the third baseman, Landon Horst, will move on to the mound. There was a second switch in there. I just can't tell where it is. Because I think the first baseman left. He might have just been switching to like a third base glove or something. The Horst comes in. Bennett Clokey leaves the game. Or he enters the field. One or the other. I can't tell. Clokey moves to first. Second is Struck. Shortstop going to be occupied. I can't get that number. And then I don't know who's third, but Horst on the mound now. He delivers high and outside. That definitely had some velocity, but it was also well out of the zone. We'll see if Horst can tame it. Turn from a Mustang to a thoroughbred. 1-0 count. Runners both take off. There's no chance getting Inhofer. And that'll be a double steal. Inhofer, yet again, successful. The double steal worked. Giddings moves over to second. And both runners in scoring position now. 1-1 count here to the leadoff man, Ben Hassett. Hassett so far reached 2 out of 3 times. A walk, an RBI ground out, and reaching on an error with a run. 1-1. Hassett, swing and a miss, strike 2. Expos trailing by 1 run. The tying run on third, a sac fly or something could tie it up. The go-ahead run on second, very fast. A single could do more. That's high and outside. And the count 2-2. To the lefty Hassett. Swung on, fouled back. Shaking the frame a little. Two. Hassett Swings and fouls another one off the umpire's mask this time. Papillion, Nebraska, going to play Stillwater, Minnesota after this. Expos win. They will play the winner. Full count to Ben Hassett. Taken inside, he'll jump over it like the sweeper bar and Wipeout, and the base is now loaded. Ben Hassett fights for the walk and earns it. A 9-pitch walk handed out. Base is now loaded for Kane McLeod. He has a single in each of the last 2 innings. One of them was an infield bunt, the other one a traditional single. Double play is possible. With the bases loaded, a force out at every base. Kane McLeod takes strike 1. Forced on the mound here. Wolfe Electric. Expos still down 1 run. A single here could change it all. Swung on, fouled away into the adjacent field, and now the count is no balls, 2 strikes.
That way?
Pointing a young kid in the way of where the foul ball went. 0-2. Inside and swung on, foul. Into the other bullpen area. Horst, the strikeout evading him. So an 0-2 count. Strikeout would be huge here with the bases loaded, 1 out. Taking ball outside. Good take there from Kane McLeod. On deck, Lars Kiefer. Kiefer also with 2 hits in 2 innings just now. In the bottom of the 5th. McLeod swings and drives one into deep left field. Going back on it, and it will be caught by the center fielder. And coming home is Dawson Inhofer. The game all tied up on a sacrifice fly from Kane McLeod. Catch made by Blackman. 2 outs now here in this inning. Inhofer scores on the sack. And Tayton Giddings will move over to 3rd on the play. Hassett on the bases. They're talking to Horst. Now I can figure out who everybody in the infield is. '18 still in the mix. That is... Oh wait, I'm thinking of Neiman, who's 19, I think. Unless Snyder moved into the field at some point. No, that's 19. At 3rd is that number 7? Oh no, that's not the 3rd. Okay, so the shortstop now number 7. So Struck now at short, not 2nd. So Struck, the first baseman, moves to short. I believe Meyer is out of the mix. The ball, a great stop there from Thiel. Keeps the runners in position. Men on the corners, 2 outs. Lars Kiefer, a single in the third, a single in the fourth. Now here he is in the fifth. Strike 2 taken, or strike 1 taken. Tatum Giddings over on third base. Giddings getting a little giddy, trying to get home on a wild pitch for the go-ahead run. 1-1. Swung on and lifted into foul territory. Could be playable. Coming after it, 2 men. The right fielder cannot get there. And it'll fall foul for strike 2. One and 2. And the runner caught in between. This could be a ploy, though. Throw to first. Here's coming home, and the throw is late. Oh, no, they got him. Just in time. He came up a little bit short on that tag. And the attempted backdoor steal of home from Tatum Giddings is caught out. I'm going to rewatch that one on the YouTube here. See, because I didn't have the best view of it. Oh no, he was held up way short. Never mind. I thought he was a lot closer to the plate and was going to be able to sneak in his feet. Sorry about that. I got your hopes up. But the Hard Hats do, or the Expos do tie the game. They equalize in the bottom of the fifth. 1 hit leads to 1 run. It is earned to the reliever Horst. Oh no, actually it's to the reliever Clokey. There are no errors in this inning, and 1 man left on. It is tied 7-7. This elimination game living up to the billing. Both teams going back and forth. Great plays on both sides. And a very evenly matched squad. The Expos trying to continue their Cinderella run. The first Expos team. Ball 2 taken. Two balls, no strikes to Neiman. Neiman line out and a fly out. Another ball inside, and Eschmeyer looking a little wild to start out the inning. So far to this point, he's been sensational. Ball 4. And a 4-pitch walk handed out. It's coming up to bat now. He's flown out to left each of his 2 times up. That wouldn't do much help here for the Wildcats, so he's got to come up with another plan. Man on first, nobody out. Tie game here in the top of the 6th inning of this round of 16 contest. Throw back to first, tag applied, but very late. Betts waiting for the first pitch. It's going to be bunted, put down to third, picked up by Burris, throw to first in time. The runner moves up. The sacrifice bunt advances the go-ahead run to second. And it brings up Benin Clokey, now playing first. Clokey, the leadoff man, 2 walks and a flyout to his name. He's walked twice, the most of anybody against Eschmeyer. Swing and a miss, strike 1. The curveball evades him. Now an 0-1 count. Thank you for watching Hard Hats TV. I'm Oliver Fell, bringing it to you. Figured since the Expos were playing and we weren't going anywhere until they were done, why not bring it to you? Ball low, also great just to be a part of this Cinderella story for the Expos. Man, we really got 100 in here? Wow. One ball, one strike. I'm sure plenty of the players driving home today wanting to see how the Expos are doing, checking in Hard Hats TV. Strike 2. In the zone by Eschmeyer. Clokey, yet to get a hit, does have 2 walks though. Batted .227 in high school, over 28 plate appearances. Pick-off attempt, a little high, and Hofer able to handle it. Eschmeyer probably in a pitch count in the low to mid-70s at the moment. I've seen him go complete game before, and they need him right now. 1-2 with the man on second. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 3! Burke Eschmeyer with his second punch out of the game. A crucial moment. And Clokey goes down swinging. Eschmeyer building as the game goes on, it seems. Now he has to get through Jake Blackman, batted .358 at the top level of Nebraska high school. He smacks one over to second, charging it and picking him up. Throw to first in time. They got him. And nobody scores in the 6th. A big inning from Burke Eschmeyer. And the Expos now with the table set for them to make their move, take a lead, and close it out for the win. Braden Juvie able to make the play. Took a weird bounce on the wet dirt. Not quite mud, but not quite dirt. No hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors. 1 man left on. And it is 7-7 still. Coming out for his second inning of work. Well, he only has 2/3 of the inning, but effectively his second inning is Landon Horst. So I believe what happened is Horst moved from third onto the mound. Clokey moved from the mound onto first. For the first baseman, who initially was Caden Struck, he moved over to short. The shortstop, Tyson Meyer, moved to second, and then the second baseman, Neiman, went to third. I believe that's how it went. But here we go, bottom of the 6th. Expos stormed back from down 5-0, took a 6-5 lead, then surrendered that lead 7-6, and tied it up in the bottom of the 5th. They have scored in each of the last 3 innings, and looking to come through yet again. Lars Kiefer up to bat. He is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. First pitch, up and outside, just barely. Good take from Kiefer. Another pitch, that's a strike. On the outside of the plate. Fouled back, watch out. You get a little ball retrieval cam there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kiefer. Takes another one low. Stays patient, and the count moves to 2-2. Swung on, popped up, and out of play. Theo had to make sure. 2-2. Swung on and hit high and deep into left. That ball's got some serious carry, heading back to the wall, and it is foul, they say. It went out, but it was foul. Wow. Lars Kiefer almost just hit a home run. It was all the way to the edge. It went out of the park, at least 340 feet, but it was foul. Wide of the post. And that's a tough one. But still a 2-2 count. He will pop it up out of play again, buy himself some more time. The count's still 2-2. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat upcoming. The pitcher, Horst, still with the ball to work with. Fouled again out of the glove of Thiel, and now the count, or pitch count on this at-bat at 7. Kiefer really fighting here with Horst. That ball well outside, gets the backstop. And ball number 9 coming up. With a full count to the leadoff man, Lars Kiefer. Full count. Down low, and Kiefer earns the walk. A great piece of plate discipline and batting there from Lars Kiefer. More impressive than most hits. A 9-pitch at-bat turns into a walk after it was nearly a home run. Lars Kiefer reaches base. He's fast. Stole 3 bases in this tournament. Dexter Steen now up. Steen reached 2 out of 3 times. First ball taken high. One-out count. Horst gives a ball down the middle, taken for a strike by the lefty Dexter Steen. Steen had an infield single on a bunt his last time up, had a walk earlier, and had a sacrifice bunt, fouled back, being told to swing away, it seems, at this moment. One. Swung on and fouled away again. Into the trees. Ooh, play almost made by somebody in the middle there. Oliver Fell bringing this to you on Hard Hats TV. An elimination game, round of 16. Runner takes off. It's not going to be strike 3. The catcher so disappointed by that he does not throw the ball. And Lars Kiefer successfully steals second on the melancholic catcher, Jackson Thiel. 2-2 count. Still looking back and forth and back and forth. Horst now delivers high and the count full. Dexter Steen working this thing. The plate discipline for post 22. A huge part of how they got here. Get rid of the music. All right, there we go. Payoff pitch. Horst here to the lefty Steen. He delivers. Inside ball hits him. And he'll take his base. Another drawn-out walk taken by the Expos. The Expos beating them inch by inch with sweet precision. Expos trying to give their pitcher Eschmeyer a lead that he can protect and close out to finish this game. Horst delivers, and the bunt put down. It's a slow bouncer, some serious good backspin, and there's no throw. Hadley Burris, an infield single. And the bases are loaded with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Expos executing flawlessly. The bases are loaded. Up comes Graydon Juvie. Most things, if he puts a ball in play, pretty much anything short of a triple play will score the go-ahead run. He swings and drives one high and deep into left, and going after it, the left fielder, it's out of play. But solid contact. Strike one. Graydon Juvie, 0-1. Down and away, it starts to get away from the catcher, coming home and scoring! The go-ahead run comes in on a wild pitch. Lars Kiefer seizes the moment and scores on the wild pitch, heading over. Everybody advances a bag. And it's still a 1-1 count here to Juvie, but now 2 more runs in scoring position. The Expos have a lead. They can protect. That ball is grounded softly down the line and foul. Juvie 1 for 3 on the day. Horst looking for his first strikeout. It's been really hard to come by. These batters have been battling, and that ball battled away. Barely got a piece of a ball inside. Thank you all for tuning into Hard Hats TV, spending your afternoon with us. If the Expos were to win this game, they would go on and play later today about 5 against the winner of Stillwater, Minnesota and Papillion, Nebraska. Not the Papillion we played twice, the other one. Outside ball. Not Papillion La Vista, but this other one, this auto body one. Two and 2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll be the first K of the day for Horst. High fastball works on Juvie. And that's the first out of the inning. Dawson Inhofer now up. He's reached 2 out of 3 times. Inhofer spending most of his time with the Hard Hats on the senior squad this season. Strike 1. Taken on the edge. 1 run, not a whole lot to work with to try to close it out in the next inning. They'd love more of a 3-run cushion, ideally. And they've definitely got a chance to do it here. Inhofer, an infield single and a walk on the day, as well as 2 steals and 2 runs. Horst throws the ball well high. Thiel rises up to make the grab. Like a dolphin at a, what do you call it, SeaWorld? Some sort of amusement park. Now a 2-1. Strike 2. Taken by Inhofer. 2 runners in scoring position. 1 out. Takes a ball in the dirt. It's blocked by Thiel. And the count now full. Dawson Inhofer adding to the list of hard hats who have really, really fought in their at-bats this inning. Full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another high fastball gets the K. And Horst, his second strikeout in a row. He's coming through in a big way. And here comes Rippentrop. technically 0 for 2, does have a run on the day. Taking strike one. Horst is locking in. A wild pitch would be huge. Dexter Steen on third, waiting to come home. Strike two on the edge. Horst is really locking in. He's turning on some sort of aimbot. I'm not totally sure. 0-2 count now here to Rippentrop. Struck out twice in the tournament. Swing and a miss, and Horst gets out of it. 3 straight strikeouts with a lot on the line, but a wild pitch brings home Lars Kiefer, and the Expos do carry a 1-run lead, trying to close it out and advance to the quarterfinals of the Gopher Classic in the top of the 7th. Burke Eschmeyer coming back out to finish what he started. One hit leads to 1 run. It is earned to Horst, his first. There are no errors, and 2 men are left on. 8-7 the score.
Guys, all on the honor system, $5. That's over at the scoreboard, so I can't see. Okay, $5. Black Lady, awesome. Thanks. I don't tell them.
Wolfe Electric. Gonna need 1 run. That's all, but they're gonna need it. Burke Eschmeyer allowed just 2 runs over the previous 4 innings. But Millard West has controlled the lead most of this game. The one time where they were down a run in the top of the 5th, they scored 2 runs. The only 2 earned off of and Eschmeyer's first pitch popped out of play. Strike 1. The batter, Landon Horst. He is 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 runs, and 3 RBIs. He has a double, a single, and a walk. He's a very tough out, the most productive batter in the lineup for Wolfe Electric in this game here. He also just locked it on the mound to keep it a 1-run game, striking out the final 3 with the bases loaded. He smacks one softly over to second, throw to first in time, and the first out recorded. 2 more to go. Jackson Thiel now up, the cleanup man. Strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Smacked into center field, and it'll fall. That's a single, and the tying run now aboard. Jackson Thiel will get a single, and as the catcher, he will also get a courtesy runner. Though I'm really not seeing one. Maybe he'll just run for himself. He has the option to courtesy run. There's going to be a mound visit with the catcher here. The tying run now on the bases. Wolfe Electric down to their final 2 outs of the tournament if they aren't careful. Burke Eschmeyer trying to advance the Expos into uncharted territory. And it is still Thiel on first base. He must be fast. the youngest player on this squad, the sophomore on junior varsity, coming up, batting cleanup here in this do-or-die game. Here is Caden Struck. He came through with an RBI single his last time up. First pitch, strike from Burke Eschmeyer. A pretty curveball dances around in the zone. Struck 1 for 3 in the game, but his last time up, as I mentioned, in the top of the 5th, he had an RBI single to retake the lead for the Wildcats. Pickoff attempt, not in time. My camera with the backwards hat on it is kind of a funny visual. I will say that. Curveball taken high. The runner moving around, prancing back and forth. Double play would end it, though the Expos do not have any of those yet. Struck seems to drive it up the middle of the infield, though. Middle of there, he has a fly out to center and a ground out to short. And then his single was in the gap between second and first. Right here, he had a single in the first. A junior on varsity last year, batted .278 over 90 plate appearances. First pitch strike from Burke Eschmeyer. He locates. Count now, no balls, 1 strike. Expos trying to make it into foreign lands, uncharted territory here, and reach the quarterfinals of the Gopher Classic. Swung on and grounded over to Juvie. He will collect, throw to first, and they did it! The Post 22 Expos are headed to the quarterfinals! For the first time in their history, the Expos are headed to the quarterfinals here at the Gopher Classic. A great performance on the mound for Burke Eschmeyer. The whole lineup, top to bottom, got on the base some way or another. And they are going to continue. Later today, they'll play in the quarterfinals, the round of 8. Final 8 teams against the winner of Papillion, Nebraska, and Stillwater, Minnesota. Thank you all for watching Hard Hats TV. What a game this was. Win goes to Eschmeyer. And I'm doing the next one too, Liam. I'm doing the next one too. I'm going to do them all until they get out. Or win it. One or the other. Thank you all for watching Hard Hats TV. The Expos pull it out. They're headed to the quarterfinals against either Stillwater, Minnesota, or the Papillion, Nebraska squad. We will see you later, and bask in your glory. First time in the history of the Expos, they're headed to the quarterfinals of the Gopher. I will talk to you later today. I'll keep you updated on that time for game number 2. A chance to make it even further. What a game. Expos pull it out, headed to the final 8.